It felt like another echo chamber moment, similarly to how everyone was kind of ganging up on Cassidy. Like, it felt like everyone whittled down Sarah's experience to being like, you said Clayton cried, you said you guys were crying together on the date, did you cry, did you really cry, da da da. And I'm all one for facts. I'm one for evidence. You know, that is my bread and butter. Like, I don't make any decisions without evidence and facts. But I feel like you know that an argument is lost when you whittle it down to one single detail. You know, because the girls are hinging their whole argument of Sarah's manipulative. Sarah was trying to, like, make us think that she was the one. Sarah was trying to sabotage all of us so we would leave. They're trying to hinge that entire abstract argument on you said that Clayton cried and we don't believe that Clayton actually cried. You know, like, I feel like there needs to be some deep, like, when I was watching the show, I felt like it was one of those situations where I was like, maybe we're missing something. Maybe the audience is missing a key conversation that happened off camera between Sarah and the girls. But processing it as I was watching it and watching it back now, I honestly feel like, okay, maybe Sarah did lie, whatever. But I feel like she was a person who was navigating, honestly, being blindsided, because she said on multiple occasions that she thought these girls were her friends. She thought she could confide in them and that they were happy for her. They were happy with how her relationship was progressing and moving along. And so for them to come back and be like, you made us all feel like we wanted to leave, like we felt like you were manipulative and all this extra stuff. Like, I think she was honestly just very blindsided and didn't know how to navigate that conversation. And once things started kind of getting away from her, it just got bigger and bigger and she couldn't control that situation anymore. That's honestly what I feel like I'm watching. And I don't think that, you know, like I said, just whittling it down to did Clayton cry or did he not cry, I don't think, if that's the root of your argument, I don't think that's enough of a claim to substantiate, oh, she's manipulative, had poor intentions, she was trying to sabotage us. It's just not, like, if we're speaking in, like, evidence factual court terms, like, it's not substantial evidence enough to build a whole case out of. And honestly, I was on Sarah's side then, and I'm still on Sarah's side. And I think it's really unfortunate how everything played out. Because, like I said, I think that she genuinely thought these girls were her friends. And on the other side of that, maybe she was oversharing. Maybe she kind of lacked a little bit of self-awareness and was not realizing that how much detail she was divulging were hurting the other girls. But at the same time, she's not the only person in that conversation. So if someone is telling you something that's making you uncomfortable, it's also on you to communicate, hey, this is making me uncomfortable. I actually don't want to know all these details about your date. I'd prefer to keep it surface level. If that's communicated, and then Sarah continues to overshare and divulge all these personal details, then that's intentional. Then that's manipulative. But it doesn't sound like that conversation was ever had and that those boundaries were ever set by those girls that were frustrated and on the receiving end of those conversations. And I don't think that angle was given enough attention and perspective in the whole Sarah debacle situation. If you want more where that came from, be sure to check out my full recap, which will pop up on the screen.